Welcome to the TransparenTEA podcast, where we sip the truth and serve the strength. And I am your host, Dr. Latanya J. Smith. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is going to be amazing. There comes a point in every woman's life when she has to do a shift. Not a soft shift, but a hard one that doesn't ask for permission. And today I am here with Dr. Carleeka Basnight Menendez. Yes, all of that. Welcome to the sip, Carleeka.
Look, M-I what?
Crooked letter, I. I am so glad to have you back again. It's been what?
It's been like 5 years.
5 years. 5 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, and I feel like it's just been forever. But before we get deep down in our conversation, where you been? What you been up to?
Everywhere. I just been walking in my calling.
Yes.
Of course, talking about menopause. So if y'all see me pull out a fan, don't worry about it. Okay? Because you might need one too, but you got to get your own.
Yes.
But I've just been talking about menopause and women's wellness and our total well-being, where we're not just talking about some of us, S-O-M-E, but the sum of us, our total S-U-M. And so I'm excited to be here and have some transparent tea conversation with you.
Yes. I missed you so much, and I'm just so blessed to have you back. And every time I call you, it's always yes.
Absolutely. I told you that, 2019?
Yes.
When we met over a Facebook post that I was not going to post.
Wow.
And I still remember the post to this day.
Wow.
Don't live in your brokenness, live beyond it. And then that was the name of your retreat.
That must have been the catch for me whenever I saw that post.
Because we wasn't connected.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I was like, and I remember the inbox. And I was like, okay. And you was like, you might think I'm crazy. And I'm like, no, I believe it's God.
Yes.
Right. And it's literally been a divine connection. And I told you from that moment, you always have my yes.
Yes.
And I don't give them all out.
Listen, I appreciate your yes. And I will tell you, you have definitely kept your yes to me. And that means a lot to me. Listen, before we get deep, because I know we'll get the crying and shouting and praising God.
Get the crying.
But before we get started, I got a game for you.
Ooh.
Our game is called Sip or Spill.
Oh, Jesus.
So I have a cute little glass of tea out here for you. Why don't you grab that, and we're going to play Sip or Spill. I guess I'll grab mine with you, okay? So it won't be so hard for you.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, Carleeka, who's the one person you should have blocked but you didn't?
Ooh.
You going to sip or you going to spill?
One person I should have blocked. So I'm going to have to sip because I don't block people.
Gotcha.
I tell them to do it yourself.
Okay.
Because we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to be connected, we're going to have a real connection or not. So I'm going to go ahead and take a sip.
Okay.
And y'all, this is tea.
This is tea. This is tea for TransparenTEA.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So your next question is, what's your I'm That Woman song?
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm That Woman song. I'm Every Woman.
Hit it for me.
It's all in me.
Come on, girl.
Yeah, that's my jam right there.
Okay. And the final question for you today is, what's your silent flex that nobody knows about?
I can't. I'm going to have to sip because it's still got to be silent. It's still got to be silent. Yeah, I'm going to have to sip on that.
Okay.
We just can't put everything out there.
Yes.
It's all in God's timing, so we're going to have to just sip.
Okay. Well, thank you for playing Sip or Spill on today's TransparenTEA. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
But listen, I'm truly excited to have you here today. Let's talk about menopause because that's a conversation that we don't often see in our community or have in our community. Right. And I'm going through it myself, girl. So I need some help. Talk to me about how you started this journey on menopause.
So for me, we see this big wave now in this bandwagon, but I didn't jump on the bandwagon. I've been menopausal for over 10 years now.
Wow.
But I was thrown into it. I had a hysterectomy at the age of 30.
Wow.
And so when we see the words, the natural transition, I'm like, oops, sorry, not natural. I woke up like that, right? Y'all know the song, I woke up like this. I woke up without my ovaries, uterus, and everything.
Wow.
And it changed my life. I mean, that surgery almost killed me, but thankful to God. And when I was doing my own research, I didn't see me, right? Everything I saw on the internet was old, white, wrinkled. And I was like, oh, that's not me. That is not your girl. Depressed looking. And I just went on this venture like, why aren't people talking about this? This is a secret society. Women in church was like, oh, you're going to have your own personal summer. And I'm like, what does that entail? What does that mean? Yes. I remember having my first hot flash, standing in the middle of the living room floor. And I looked around like, did everyone turn on the oven, the blow dryer, anything that could produce heat? I felt like it was on me.
Yes.
Honestly, since we transparent here, I wanted to jump in the deep freezer in my birthday suit. Okay. But that made me go on this mission to research.
Yes.
Like, why aren't we talking about this? Why didn't my mom, did she go through menopause? Is she going through it? And so from there, no one would have told me I would be here doing it. I was just doing what naturally comes to me to find answers and find community to support women. And then we've just grown from there.
Yeah, so I want to go back to, you said it started about 10 years ago. So how old were you?
I was 30.
30 years.
So it's been over 10 years.
Yes. So you don't really often see that much at the age of 30 jumping into menopause. And you said you just woke up like that.
Woke up like that.
Oh, wow.
And it started because of endometriosis. So if we go back just a little more, we're talking about years of being in pain, years of heavy bleeding, I felt like the woman with the issue of blood. Because I'm paying for these specialty visits, right? I'm paying to get no answers. Let's just be real. I left more confused. And they're like, here's a birth control. And I'm like, it's not working.
Yes.
But you know what they said? They told me it was in my head. So I was dismissed. And you're talking about in your 20s going through endometriosis, something else that's not really talked about in our community.
Yes.
Because it affects a lot of us even more than a lot of other ethnicities. And so I was just like, well, something else. And I remember the last conversation I had with my doctor. And it almost made me feel like, do you want Skittles or do you want M&Ms? She said, well, do you want to be in pain or do you want a hysterectomy?
Pick your poison.
And I'm like, well, I've already been in pain. So, hey, Alex, I'll take the hysterectomy.
At the age of
30.
30 years old. So did you have children already or?
Yes.
Because you can't have children after hysterectomy.
Right.
Okay.
And I had a total. So I had a total hysterectomy. So I definitely wouldn't be able to produce any more children. You can have a partial and they'll leave your ovaries and uterus and things. But I already had 3 children. And even though I knew I didn't want any more children, I was still an emotional wreck. I felt less of a woman.
Yes.
I didn't know if my husband was still going to be attracted to me, if things was going to still be spicy in the bedroom, because y'all, I'm having a hot flash.
I was going to say, Carleeka, you are sweating right now. You are definitely.
Have to just go ahead on and this what y'all do. You just pat, because we keep it classy.
This is raw. This is TransparenTEA over here.
You just pat a little bit. Okay. And then you had your fan. But I didn't know if he was going to still view me the same.
Yes.
I didn't know. Everyone was like, you're going to be dry as the Sahara
because
desert.
You hear those myths.
Yes.
You know, whenever you have a hysterectomy, the husband ain't going to want it. Because, I mean, we going to keep it 100 here.
Right.
There ain't no bottom.
I didn't want vaginal dryness.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want my life to be, I wanted to be able to receive what I wanted and I wanted to be able to give. So all of these thoughts, but no one was talking about the psychological part of it or the emotional part. All you heard was hot flashes, mood swings. And I'm just like, what about my mental?
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't have anyone to encourage me to say, hey, it's okay. What's going on? I remember crying, happy, laughing, and crying at the same time.
At the same time.
What's going on here? And my husband looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, what?
I remember sending you an inbox on Facebook. I said, Carleeka, something wrong. I need you to tell me how to do this because I feel like I'm having all of the symptoms, and some of the symptoms that I started having, I definitely didn't hear about. I had the itching ear, and then I started having like depression, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And all of that goes back to hair loss. All of that goes back to that. And I love that you're forerunning this conversation as an African-American woman because you are putting a face to it. And that's what's missing in our community. It's actually somebody owning it. You can live through it and you can live beautifully through it.
Yes. I mean, you can thrive through it. Like, I feel amazing. And so we have to we can't blame everything on menopause.
Yes.
And I love that you even shared some of the symptoms because some of the ones that we always hear, weight loss. And I'm like, it's a plethora of symptoms, okay? From adult
weight loss is not my portion.
Okay. It's the will of God.
Yes.
Right? And so when we think of the menopause is mental, it's spiritual, it's psychological, it's financial.
Yes.
Right? You're talking about non-holistic, non-hormonal or hormonal treatments and who's giving us the right information. So for me, I never was on any hormone therapy because I could not make an informed decision for myself.
Yes.
All the doctor kept saying, it's going to make you gain weight. It's going to make you gain weight. But what she didn't know, those words, those were not good words to me. Those were like cuss words. Gain weight. Who? Me?
Yes.
I was still recovering, getting over that hump of being anorexic. So gain weight.
Let's get into that because I remember you shared that at the first retreat, how you were going through that. And then it was like you went from one extreme to the next.
Yeah.
You losing weight to gaining weight. Yeah. So talk about that.
That journey started not because anyone said I was fat. It was me looking in the mirror.
Oh, wow.
No one ever told, I was never fat. But at 90 pounds, 80 pounds, I still saw an obese girl in the mirror.
Oh, wow.
So it went from, and no one in my house knew. So it was my own secret. I would pick at the table, and my sister, being the attorney she is, observing at a young age, she was just like, you all don't ever recognize that she just kind of pick with her food and she just don't really eat. And I'm like, girl, be quiet, mind your business.
Yes.
Like, it's not about you.
Yes.
But I would literally eat, go to the bathroom. And it got to the point I didn't even have to stick my finger down my throat. I couldn't. It would just happen.
It would just happen.
Yeah. But I paid for that because then the lining of my stomach was thinner. So I became more susceptible to stomach ulcers.
Oh, wow.
Right? And I tell myself I couldn't get skinny enough. If I probably could have been 60 pounds and what happened, my shift, because you mentioned about a shift. That was a hard shift.
Yes.
I looked in the mirror one day and this went on from like 10th grade to like junior year of college. So when I weighed in with my first child, my daughter, I was literally 85 pounds.
Wow.
The doctor was like, we need you to gain 70 pounds. I said, you a lie.
Wow.
I'm not doing that. So that pregnancy was hard. But the hard shift for me, even before pregnancy, was looking in the mirror and I could see my ribs. And I broke down crying.
Wow.
Because in that moment, I had to decide, do you want to live or do you want to die? And back then in our communities,
go ahead.
This was a white girl thing.
Yes.
All the Lifetime movies was the white girls with the stuff in the closet and all of these things. I was like, no, Black girls are going through this too. I was one of them. And of course, mental health wasn't talked about as much then.
Exactly.
So my parents did what they knew best. Girl, you better go pray.
Yeah, I was going to lead. That was going to be one of my next lead-ins is you were in a house of faith.
Yes.
And nobody knew that you were going through this internally.
No.
You were picking over your food, making yourself throw up. And
I mean, my dad, Latanya, all he said was, well, don't eat. I said, yes, praise God.
Oh, wow.
You are on my side. But he didn't understand.
Yes.
Because we were struggling financially. So you going to waste food? Just don't eat it.
Just don't eat it.
Yes, sir. I will obey.
That was your love language. That you talking my language.
I was like, oh, so when we would fast in church, I was like, y'all crying over fasting?
Yes,
like, this is easy.
Yes,
like,
this easy work.
Food. So I had to build a relationship with food. And even today, I have to be very mindful because even with the weight gain, which to most people, they're like, That looks so much better. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Sip your tea and mind your business.
Yes.
But mentally, where the Bible even says to renew our minds daily.
Yes.
I have to renew my mind daily because I still can find myself picking.
Yes.
And I'm just like, girl, just eat the food. So I had to build a more positive relationship with food, that it is nourishment and it's okay to have a healthy weight.
Yes.
Right? So I'm thankful to God that I chose life.
Well, can I just tell you something?
Yes.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
You didn't look like you've been through any of that, Carleeka. And you know, this may seem selfish of me saying that, but I thank God that he chose you for this. Because he knew, he trusted you, that you were going to tell the world that you can be beautiful and you can live in your truth and don't mind sharing it. And I thank God for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Y'all, she trying to make people cry, but it ain't going to work.
I'm trying to make her cry. But I'm just looking at how beautiful you are and how bold you are when you speak about it. And that's
grow
what
into
we need.
Boldness.
Yes. Yes.
Because I used to live in a box of perfectionism. So when I made a mistake, it was just like
the end of the world.
You did that?
Yes.
And I'm like, whoa. Okay, so let me just do what y'all want me to do so everyone can leave me alone. That's what you want me to say? Okay, I agree. And then I was just like, I can't live in this box of perfectionism because it was making me stagnant. It wasn't helping me grow. And when I just broke that mold of your girl gonna be who God called me to be.
That's it.
You can like it, love it, hate it. It doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes, and that's why I love this. I thank God that he allowed me to create this safe space for women, that we give ourselves permission to tell the truth. We can live our truth out loud without any reservation. And I thank God that every time I ask you, you always say yes.
You know why? Let me tell you why I say yes. Because you said yes.
Come on now.
Because the yes comes with a cost.
Yes. Yes.
Like people might be looking like, oh, they just look amazing. This came with a cost.
This came with a cost.
And it didn't start today. You said yes. You said yes to God that I'm going to go forth with this despite anything that I may face, anything that you may go through.
Yes.
Any, people walk away, whatever that may look like. But because you said yes to walk in your obedience.
Yes.
It gives other women an opportunity
to say yes.
So you make it an easy yes.
Well, I thank God for that. It's totally, it's been an experience. And look, we were in the dressing room a little. I was like, Carleeka, look what menopause is doing to me. Nobody's talking about this. And like I said, I just want to get back to that menopause conversation. If you had to speak to a woman that is just starting her journey, what would be some advice that you would give to her?
Oh, one, embrace it.
Embrace it.
We have to learn how to embrace change. And everything is not negative.
Yes.
And it's about our perspective. And so when you've had people to navigate something, right? That navigation may be menopause, that navigation may be marital, divorce, getting married, whatever that looks like.
Yes.
You have a blueprint.
Yes.
Now, our symptoms or anything may not be the same, but it's with anything. One, we serve the same God, right? But to that woman, educate yourself.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. And that's don't get silent and try to do this by yourself, because I already did it by myself.
Yes.
Right? And
you did it so she won't have to.
Exactly.
And you have a community for supporting women that may be going through their menopause journey, correct?
Absolutely. So Menopause Girlfriends. And I had someone ask me, was like, why you say Menopause Girlfriends? And I'm like, one, because I believe in sisterhood.
Yes.
And when you have not seen sometimes in your own journey true sisterhood.
Yes.
You want that for other people.
Yes.
And you want those girlfriend conversations that no matter what your titles may be, your degrees, we just kicking it. We just girlfriends.
Kicking it. Listen.
Like grab your tea, grab your mimosa, whatever, your
whatever your portion is. Like. You grab it and let's chat.
Right. And let's just have a girlfriend chat conversation. I never want it to be one of those conversations where you're using all these scientific terms and people looking like, what? Because we already experienced that so much in the health industry.
Right.
But then we will still sit there and can you repeat that, please? Can you break that down so a fifth grader can understand
I was going to say, yes, I need you to break this thing all the way down.
Yeah.
So what did you learn about yourself going through all of that? From one transition to one transition, I'm going to use the word shift. What did you learn about Carleeka?
So much, but I'll pick one. I learned that I'm very resilient. Just resilient. Like nothing can stop me from moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't thrive in stagnation.
Yes.
I don't thrive in procrastination. I just thrive in moving forward and going, taking the moment that I need.
Yes.
Whether that's to heal, whether that's to assess something, but then really saying, okay, no one can stop you. Nothing is in your way. And I won't even stand in my own way. So I have to give myself pep talks.
Yes.
Like, girl.
Sometimes you got to encourage yourself in the Lord.
Get yourself together. Go ahead and send that email. Go ahead and make that phone call.
Yes.
And just resilient.
Yes. And you are resilient. And it's so much that I just want to talk about. I know we're kind of pressed for time, but talk to me about how your husband going through all of the all of the shifts with you. How was he able to help you, or what was it like for him?
You know, I asked him that. I'd be like, how was menopause for you? And he's like, huh? I was like, because you were here.
Yes.
From the beginning.
Yes.
And he was like, all he wanted to do was find a solution.
Yes.
He was like, you don't know it. You didn't see me researching. Like, how can I help her?
So he was researching also.
Yeah.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
He was like, I'm doing research. Like, what can I do to help her?
Yes.
But we had to have real, transparent conversations. And this might be a little TMI, but I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. So I say my mind was ready, right? So this is in the bedroom, y'all. Okay, keeping it classy and clean.
Yes,
my mind was ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I was dry as the Sahara Desert.
Oh my!
It was like taking the roughest pieces of sandpaper,
my Jesus,
and rubbing them together, and you like, whoa, vaginal atrophy.
Wait, during sex,
nothing could happen.
Wow,
nothing could happen.
So 40 years old.
Yeah,
nothing could happen.
And I was just like, oh my God, I never experienced this. He looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, I was waiting for him to say something.
Yeah.
Because I felt so embarrassed.
Yes.
And I was just like, I cried.
Yeah.
It was so emotional. And then he didn't say anything. But like later on, because I got a little angry too, I was like, dang, he ain't gonna say nothing? Like, what's up with you? Like, you ain't gonna say that? Like, so we had to have a conversation on, okay, what can we do? So you gotta explore.
Yeah.
Right? You got to figure it out, because I'm like, we're not shutting this part of our life off. We enjoy this. Like, hello?
Yes.
And so he looking, I was like, this man ain't going to say nothing. Like, encourage your girl. Like, babe, it's okay.
Yes. So what did you all do? Like, what
we laid there looking at the ceiling.
Well, I'm not talking about during that part. I'm talking about how did you all get to the next? How did y'all get over that?
We laid there looking at the ceiling and we had a conversation.
Yes.
And he was just like, okay, how do we want to move forward? What do we need to do?
Yes.
Keyword, not what do I need to do.
What do
we need to do?
Yes.
Because this is a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, let me research. Boom, boom. So I got in research mode and I was just like, oh, I said, but women should be moisturizing anyway. Right? Okay. I was like, oh. Then I looked up some companies, because I'm looking at ingredients, I'm looking at this, and I reached out some companies and they sent me, I was like, hey, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. It was like, here, let's send you some samples. Absolutely.
Yes.
And a couple of companies, their products are really good, but I was like, wow, what if we just would have been like, oh, well, or he just would have left it up to me, like, I don't know. But afterwards, once we had an understanding of what's going on and what can we do together to explore and see what's the options.
Yes.
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't think they have options, but for every symptom, there's a solution. For every symptom, there is a scripture as well, right? And so we have to watch our language.
Yes.
We have to watch how we're thinking even about menopause. Like, oh my God, it's not a death sentence. It's not the end of life, right? It's a transition.
It's a shift.
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. So y'all researched together, found the solution, everything booming in the bed.
Baby.
I was gonna say everything booming in the bedroom now, right?
We spicy.
Okay, well that's good. And then so part of the shift not only affects the husband, the children.
Absolutely.
How were they able to get over, or how did they transition with you?
My children are very open and honest like me. So they would just be like, whoa, sis.
You're doing too much. Pipe it down, mama.
Okay. But because we just had, everything starts at the kitchen table. Hey, this is the transition, and I want you all to be educated as well.
Yes.
Right? I have one daughter and two sons. Even my sons are educated on menopause because you're going to be someone's husband or you'll be someone's coworker, a father. And so knowing how to support, because the support is needed. You can't take the hot flash for me.
Yes.
However,
how can
you get me a cup of water, a wet towel, patting me? Look, honey, I'm like, I love how y'all just love me.
Yes.
Right? And they be like, oh, mommy, you need thermostat down, you need a fan.
I know on the ride over here, I know we were talking in the car about it. Was that you or Sabrina that said, my son bring me water too?
Sabrina.
That was Sabrina.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Sabrina, hi.
We love Sabrina. But having your sons and your daughters just to know, like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be in the dark of. So they would tell me, they was just like, you would go, and I didn't recognize it till they said something.
Yes.
They was just like, you'll just be calm. And then all of a sudden, you just turn to a monster. And I was like, oh my God. So I was tracking and trending. So I'm writing down everything. Because when I go to the doctor, I want to be able to have an informed conversation. Because you don't get to make the decision for me.
That's right.
Right? Because I'm with me all the time. I'm only going to be in your office about 15 minutes.
That's right.
So let's have an informed conversation about my health and well-being so that I can make an informed decision on what's going to be the best treatment and option plan for me.
For you.
Right? And so I was just writing. They say something. I was like, man, okay, the moves, right? And so let me find strategies. Let me find ways and let me pay attention. What's triggering me?
Yes.
That I'm calm and then I'm, a monster, as they would say. I'm like, what's the trigger? And they was like, well, it could be a string on the floor and then you like vacuum the whole house. And I was like, ooh, that's good, y'all. But vacuum this whole house.
Yes. Another thing that I wanted to really get into is you do a lot of work in the corporate world, speaking and teaching on menopause. How have the conversation as an African-American woman, how has that been for you in corporate America?
Corporate America is very unaware, right? And so letting them know how it affects their costs and bottom line. And so many women now are getting so empowered to walk away. Right? Way back in the day, people just like, I'm going to just stick it out. People like, no, I'm not just going to stick it out. I have options.
Yes.
Okay? So let me explore my options. So in the workplace, a lot of companies have just been unaware.
Yes.
Like, is this really affecting people? Yes. It affects performance. It affects productivity. And ultimately, it's going to affect your bottom line, because if you have someone who is what the term midlife. These are your executives. These are your managers, people in leadership. You're talking about 10, 15, 20 plus years of experience. You're going to just let them walk out the door?
Wow.
And the turnover rates, it costs. It costs to onboard. It costs
and train.
Let people go when people leave or whatever. So I'm like, you're spending thousands of dollars when you could just have empathy. You could have a training. You can have a conversation to see what accommodations can we make. No one's asking for a plush mattress and I need 10 days off. You know what I mean? Like, we're at work, but if I'm here for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever your shift is, you still want me to perform when I'm having this hot flash.
Yes.
All I need is like 30 seconds to walk out.
Yes, that's all I need. Me and my fan just give me a minute.
Lab coat on, lab coat off. And I'm like, don't mind me, hot flash. And then making sure OSHA and different places, making sure like they're up to standard.
Awareness and up to standard.
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, this has been really good, Carleeka. I like I said, it's just so much I want to get into about menopause. because it's so important. The conversation is, give us some tips and tricks that you've learned throughout your journey.
My number one is always going to be education.
Education.
But be educated and empowered.
Yes.
Because I feel empowered in this transition of my life. Because even though I'm postmenopausal, we still have to, even if hot flashes and things may subside some, you're talking about bone health, you're talking about dental health, you're talking about heart health, right? Menopause affects your entire body, every bodily system. And a lot of times people only focus on the hormones, but I'm like, we have hormones in every part of our body, right? And so just because I might hit my pinky toe, I'm not going to cut off my whole foot.
Correct.
Okay? So just because I'm having a hot flash, just because I may have had some vaginal dryness or, a skin problem or something, I'm not getting ready to say, look, I don't want to be here. So we find the solution. But how do we find the solution? You got to have a conversation.
You got to have that conversation.
Tip 2, track and trend. Track for yourself. Think about, did you use it when you went to the doctor's office and they were like, when your last menstrual cycle? And people like, and it's like, no, you need to know these things. So track and trend. What's happening if you're in that transition of perimenopause? Pay attention to your menstrual cycle.
Yes.
Pay attention to your moods. Pay attention to these things that may be triggering you so that you can really start saying, what's the pattern here? Am I having more hot flashes because a person walked in and then that's the trigger? The person is the trigger.
The person
they
is
irritate
the trigger.
you, right? So, but if they have to be in your presence, what can I do to help me?
Yes.
Because I'm still going to be the one that feel the hot flash.
That's right.
But breathe in. Right? A lot of times we're not breathing properly. So if you're at work or at home, in the car or whatever, take some time just to breathe.
Just to breathe.
Take time to be quiet. Take time to meditate. Whatever that looks like for you. For us, that's prayer. That's me getting quiet. That's me quieting my mind, my body, my spirit. And sleep. Get some sleep. Okay? All this ripping and running, and take the cape off.
Yes.
You're not Superwoman.
You're not.
That ain't even cute. Okay? You Superwoman and birth that title. Me neither.
I'm sorry. I just don't
all
want
this multitasking and doing all of the things. I'm like, no, because your health is your wealth and you have to prioritize your health, right? I can't depend on my husband. I can't depend on my doctors. I have to say Carleeka matters.
Yes.
And because I matter and because you matter and because you matter, right? All of these things, a combination of eating healthy, exercising, sleeping, and stressing less.
Yes. How do you do that?
Baby, I let everything roll off, okay? If it's out of my control,
that's it.
I control the controllables.
Yes.
Everything else, okay, God, this is what you said. So I'm going to go to sleep.
And I'm going to leave your people to you. I'm going to put your people back in your hand.
I dedicate them to you.
Yes. I'm going to dedicate them to you.
This is my husband
your
is
child.
Yours, okay?
Yeah, this is your son.
These kids, they're yours. And so just learning those techniques to say, what works for me? Taking a walk and really getting back to the things that you love to do, because we have taken on so many hats.
Yes.
Right? Whether it's work and family and all of the things, but really honing in. Someone asked me, Carleeka, what do you love to do that's not attached to anyone else? And baby, your girl had to sit there and think
about it.
Because everything else that we do
is for someone else.
Right. It's benefiting someone else. And they was like, no, what is something you love to do that only benefits you? What do you? And I was like, I'm going to have to get back to you on that. But then I took time.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? I love dancing. That benefits me in so many ways. Right? I love singing. That benefits me in so many ways. It's all those positive neurons and stuff just bursting, right? And so just getting back to what you love to do and loving our bodies no matter what transition we're in.
Yes. So I just want to go back to that question. Once you answered the question, once you took some time to think, what do I really love to do? What makes me smile? Have you been intentional about doing those things?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have like a particular self-care day, right? Because a lot of people wait to the weekend and I'm like, you're not promised to get to the weekend.
Yeah.
So I implement things every single day, whether it's me walking, whether it's me singing. I mean, I have a whole concert, okay? I was being modest today in the car. Okay. I was being real modest. But I have a whole concert in the car, like just me and God.
Yes.
And we just having a good time. And I'll be like, you really my bruh.
Yes, that's my friend.
Yes.
That's my friend.
So yes, I'm very intentional on my life.
Yes.
Because someone else's life is being impacted on how we show up.
Yes. Carleeka, I just want to say again, thank you for your yes. Thank you for always coming to drop some gems with us on TransparenTEA. But before we leave, how can the people get in contact with you? How can they find you on social media? Tell the people how to find Carleeka.
So if you just go to www.insoinc.org, you'll find all the social media. But if you're like, girl, I'm going to need for y'all to type in C to Z. That's my rap name, okay?
C to Z.
Carleeka Basnight Menendez.
Yes, all of that.
Right? If you start typing all of that in, it's consistent across all social media platforms.
Say it again.
Carleeka Basnight Menendez.
And that's how they can find you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. And I just want you to leave on a parting note to a woman that may be experiencing the shift in her life.
Ooh. To that woman, I would say, hold your head up. Keep pushing.
Yes.
Get your circle of people that's going to pray for you.
Yes.
That's going to push you. And when I say praise you, not putting you as a god.
Yes.
But celebrate like the heck out of you.
Out of you.
Okay? Like the ones that's going to be like, girl, you did it, right? Like your own cheerleaders just to help you stay grounded.
Yes.
And to help you, they want to see you go to that next level in your life, no matter what the shift may be.
Yes. Ladies, listen, I know something was said today that has helped you all. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow TransparenTEA, Dr. LaTanya J. Smith on all social media platforms. We are here for you. We are ready to have the conversation. And in fact, I invite you to be a part of the TransparenTEA podcast. You can go to Dr. LaTanya J. Smith right now and fill out an application. I want to hear from you all.
Love it.
Okay. Well, before we go, Carleeka, any parting words?
No, I say thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for a safe space that women can share. Women can glean, women can learn, and we can elevate together. So keep doing what you're doing. And look, y'all make sure y'all follow her, okay? Get this TransparenTEA.
All right. Well, we have to go with our tea.
I need a tea and a fan.
Yes, we need a tea and a fan. Thank you for coming.
Girl, now you know I'm short.